Today, Sedgwick County leaders consider extending a pause on data center applications in the county. Keenan Penn joins us from downtown Wichita this morning to explain why commissioners want more time to consider the issue. Keenan, good morning.
Britton, good morning. Right now, there are no formal rules when it comes to the zoning code in the Sedgwick County. There's no formal rules when it comes to the Sedgwick County zoning code for these massive computer system facilities. But in January, the county paused all applications for data centers and gave planners time to research for the best practices. Now, the pause is set to expire in April, but staff say they need more time to get public input and finish their study. Now, I spoke with Sedgwick County Commissioner Stephanie Wise, who says that this extension request comes as doubts have arisen.
My concerns outweigh what pros I have right now. This will just allow more time for us to receive the information and the research that's being done right now, review the white paper that is being presented for us to consider, and really share what concerns or considerations we want to see in those regulations.
The Board of Commissioners will have that meeting today to decide on whether or not to extend this pause until June 11th. And they say that every decision they have moving forward will be in the best interest of the community. I'm reporting from downtown Wichita, Keenan Penn, 12 News.